Dear students, welcome to our class on JRF, SRF, NET 2022, Part C, Specialized Subject, Agricultural Meteorology. In this, the first bit is, which of the following statement is most appropriate regarding application of eddy covariance technique? Eddy covariance technique. Now, the answer is measurement of gases, sensible heat and latent heat fluxes. Three things are measured by eddy covariance techniques. Okay, they are measurement of gases, sensible heat and latent heat fluxes. Now the second question is assertion reason type. Okay, what is the assertion statement? The value of crop coefficient. What is the crop coefficient? In the evapotranspiration we have crop coefficient values. The value of crop coefficient varies during the crop growth periods and it can be more than 1. I repeat once again. The value of crop coefficient varies during the crop growth periods. It is true. Okay. It changes during the crop growth, vegetative, reproductive maturity. Now, in continuation of the assertion, and it can be more than 1. So, this is the statement 1. Now, the reason is, that is the assertion. Reason is, the actual ET of a crop can never be more than the reference crop evapotranspiration. Reason, once again I say, the actual ET of a crop can never be more than a reference ET. Okay, so this is the reason. Now, A is true, A means assertion is true or reason is false. So, once again for your academic interest, I read the assertion. The value of crop coefficient varies during the crop growth periods and it can be more than 1. So this is a correct statement. What is not correct? The reason is what the reason given is the actual ET of a crop can never be more than reference crop ET. So it is wrong because the actual ET can always be more than reference crop ET. So this is the question and the answer. Now next question. Which of the following sequence is correct in terms of crop water needs? Different crops needs different quantities of water, whether it is during vegetative, reproductive maturity, or you can say that certain crops like sugarcane may be of 1 year, 1.5 year, 2 year duration. So in the whole duration of the crop, what is the descending order? Okay, they have given 5 crops. The 5 crops that were given are sugarcane, rice, maize, millets, and any dryland crop, for example, is given. Otherwise, 4 are given like this. Sugarcane needs highest, next followed by rice, then followed by maize, then followed by millet. So this is the descending order, okay, of water requirement. Sugarcane needs highest amount of water, followed by rice, followed by maize, followed by millet. Now, which of the following model considers a probabilistic approach? Probabilistic. So what is a deterministic approach? First, let us try to understand. What is a deterministic model? See, in a class of 100 students, we give the name, we give the ID number, we give the marks in midterm, we give the marks in practical final exam, theory final exam, and finally we give an equation is there, we get result, name is there, ID number is there, finally OGPA, overall grade point of average, we give. That is a deterministic. We have given the values, we get the information. So the student is satisfied, the teacher is satisfied. Now, so here the question is, which of the following models considers a probabilistic approach? Generally, probabilistic approach is followed in stochastic method. Stochastic method. Now, see, which of the following numerical computation technique is used in combination with the dynamic mathematical models? So, here the system simulation. In system simulation, okay, numerical computation techniques are used in combination with the dynamic mathematical models. So some algorithms are there, they are the mathematical models. So mathematical models are used using the computer. So in a the answer is the computer system, computer simulation. Otherwise, in computer simulation, 2 we use. Number 1, Very straightforward. Number one, what are the algorithms that we use it? That is the mathematical equation. Before that, we use the numerical computation technique, not other computation. Only numerical computation. Computers can give only numerical computation techniques, and by using dynamic mathematical equations, okay, we go for simulations. That is the answer. Now the other bits are: which of the following is the standard sequence of using crop growth simulation models? Okay, DSAT, Decision System, DSSAT, Decision Support System for Agro Technology Transfer. I was very fortunate to get trained by stalwarts in this field in the year 2000 in the University of Florida, Jim Jones, Ken Bote, Gerd Hogan, whatnot. Now, so what is the sequence that is followed in this? In general, okay, is standard sequence using the crop growth simulation one. What is the standard sequence? Number one, generation of genetic coefficient. First, we should do the generation of genetic coefficient. What is the potential? Now, next, validate. We validate. Then we go for sensitive analysis. Then finally, we apply the original components so that we get the simulation output. Once again, I would like to say, what is the sequence? The generation of genetic coefficient, validation, sensitivity analysis, application. Now, next bit is which of the following is a state variable in simulation models? See, in simulation models, what we use is different crop processes. We use it. Number one, photosynthesis. Number two, respiration. Number three, okay, transpiration. All these physiological activities are all not state variables. So usually the state variable that we use in simulation models is LAI, leaf area index. Now, next bit, which of the following is responsible for the anthropogenic climate change phenomenon? Now, very interesting thing. See, climate change is happening. Nobody can stop it. It is inevitable. Now, what is the anthropogenic? Anthropogenic is those activities by human beings, okay? Anthropogenic, human beings, which generate or which enrich the atmosphere with unwanted amounts of CO2, carbon dioxide, methane, hydrofluorocarbons, perfluorocarbons, sulfur dioxide, whatnot, all these things. So these are all the things that are released into the atmosphere. Now the question is, okay, which of the following is responsible for anthropogenic climate change phenomena? So the effect of greenhouse gases. What are the non-anthropogenic? Because of the rotation of the earth around the sun. That means, the path of earth orbit. Number two, solar output, it also changes. Volcanic eruptions, these are all the natural forces. Volcanic eruptions, the path of the earth, around the sun, and then solar output, like that. Several are there, which are not in our control. Those things we call them as the natural forces. So we cannot stop them. Now, what is the anthropogenic? Anthropogenic is the generation or production of unwanted greenhouse gases is the anthropogenic effect. Now, see, which of the greenhouse gases has more negative impact? The answer is SF6, SF6, followed by N2O, followed by CH4, followed by CO2. Okay, so CO2 has highest, CH4 has next. Okay, third one is the N2O, third one is the SF6. Okay, the highest negative effect of greenhouse gases are found in CO2, followed by CH4, followed by NO2, followed by SF6. I told several times in the climate change. Okay, I don't want to repeat it. Now, see, what is the threshold value for extremely rainfall criteria? See, in the weather forecasting for agriculture, I have covered extensively what are the extreme limits of temperature, rainfall, whatnot, everything. So here is a bit from that. What is the bit? What is the threshold value for extremely rainfall? It is 204.5 millimeters. 204.5 millimeters in one day. Okay, if it occurs, we call it as the heavy rainfall. Kindly subscribe to our channel, Agrometeorology, Farmers and Rural Development. There I have covered extensively under weather forecasting for agriculture, the limits of all the weather variables, whether it is normal, whether it is abnormal. Abnormal is, okay, very extensive, very severe, like that. All those things I had given there. Now, so which of the following is correct about orange alert? When we give the orange alert, usually we give the orange alert for indicating be alert, be prepared. Orange alert is for be prepared. Okay. A red alert, we usually give red alert. Immediate action is needed. That's it. So take action. Okay. What is the orange alert? Be prepared is the orange alert. Which of the following statements about weather-related mobile app is not correct? The question is not correct. So here the correct answer is Umang. UMANG app is an all-in-one, single, unified source and multi-services mobile app. Once again I repeat it, it is the correct answer. What is the correct answer? Umang app is an all-time one, single, unified, secure and multi-services mobile app. That is correct. Second thing is Damani. Damani, as I said, I covered extensively in the lightning. Damani is related to lightning. It is an app meant for lightning alert in a particular area. Now, that is correct. Meghdoot app is meant for Agromet advisory services. Recently, Meghdoot app is also uploaded by the India Meteorological Department. Now, what is not correct is Meghdoot app is developed by Space Application Center, Ahmedabad. It is not correct. It is developed by IMD in ICRISAT Pathancheru. I repeat once again. In ICRISAT Pathancheru, Telangana, it is developed. So that is the thing. For how many days in advance weather forecasts are issued by IMD in Damus? What are Damus district Agromet unit? What are okay? For how many days it is given? Twice in a week, both in Tuesday and Friday they are given. It is issued for 5 days. This question will come. Agromet advisory services, Agromet advisory bulletin is issued for 5 days in advance. Which of the following statement is not correct about the crop weather calendar? Please subscribe to our channel, Agrometeorology, Farmers and Rural Development. There I had given extensively about the weather calendar. Now here is the question on weather calendar. What is it? Which of the following statement is not correct with reference to the weather calendar? Number 1. First correct answers I will give. With reference to weather calendar, it is a useful tool for weather risk management in agriculture. Excellent. It is a crop weather calendar is an excellent tool for weather risk management. It consists of mainly 3 segments. I told what are those segments in that. Now, weather-based crop insurance products are also linked to it in some cases. Weather-based insurance also. These are all the correct answers. What is not correct is it is not dynamic in the context of climate change. It is not dynamic. Okay, in the context of climate change is not correct. It is a dynamic one as well. That's what I would like to say. Now, weather-based crop insurance is also included nowadays. That's what, please remember. Which of the following forecast weather parameters are used in Agromet advisory services or Agromet advisory bulletins? So, what are the weather parameters we give it? Temperature we give, relativity morning and evening we give, wind speed and wind direction we give, cloud cover we give. Once again, temperature, relative humidity both in the morning as well as in the evening, wind speed and wind direction, and cloud cover we give it in addition to most important rainfall. So these are all the things that we give it in the Agromet advisory services or Agromet advisory bulletins. Please note that. Temperature, rainfall, relativity both in the morning as well as in the evening, wind speed and wind direction, and we also give wind direction and wind speed. These are all the things. Sunshine hours we never give, okay, other things we never give it. So one or two more bits I would like to share with you in this class are with reference to remote sensing. With reference to remote sensing, so many bits will come. So 1 or 2 bits. The radiation emitted from the Earth's surfaces is known as terrestrial radiation. Once the radiant energy that is coming from the sun, okay, when it touches the earthly bodies, we call them as the terrestrial radiation. So these are all the things that I would like to share with you. Thanking you very much for your very patient hearing.